You're listening to The Audacity Effect, where bold moves, real talk, and zero permission slips are just how we do things.
We're Jenna and Kelly, two corporate pros building bigger lives on our terms and helping you do the same.
Whether you're launching something new or burning down what no longer fits,
we've got stories, strategies, and sarcasm to match. Let's get audacious.
Bold moves, real talk, no permission slips. Gotta give him my all. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do with this. There is no blueprint, just my audacity. Done with permission. My dreams might need a pivot, might need a new scheme. Call it audacity effect.
well, there's something really exciting to tell you.
Yeah, hello, how are you? How you doing? I miss you.
I miss you too. I did a big girl thing this morning that I haven't done in many years. I put a roast in the crock pot.
Oh, I love my pot roast. My God, it's the best.
We had it at friends on Friday, and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Why don't I make this?
Good.
So
I love doing
got
it.
one, and whoop, before I went outside and did anything today, put that thing in there.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I also like to put a whole chicken in the crock pot too.
I can't touch the chicken.
Sure.
But conceptually, yes, that sounds really good.
Yes. You could let Josh do that.
That's true. I could put it in. I could just be like, I'm gonna close my eyes. You put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's been on a hiatus, and I think I'm gonna bring it back because I have one of the ones that can be an Instapot or slow cooker or whatever. So you can sear it in there too.
Yeah.
And seared both sides of it. I texted my mom. I was like, do I gotta sear this? She's like, well, you're kind of supposed to, but I never do.
I never do.
But it was easy to do because I could just
right
do
there.
it in one. So I was like, I'll give you a little sear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited about that. And I don't know why I have put my crock pot away for so long. About to turn over a new leaf.
I love this for you. I'm very excited. Congratulations.
It better be so good, though, because I've put really high expectations around this meal. Tender, juicy.
It's going to be delicious. I'm excited for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of jealous. I wish I had done it. Damn it. I said I'm kind of jealous, and I wish I had done it now, too.
Well, get Madeline to pick one up while he's out. You can do the high heat for 4 hours.
4 hours one, I could. Maybe I will. We'll see. Hi. Are we starting?
Yeah, I think we already started. We're going to keep the meats in there.
We're going to keep the meats in. All right, well.
We'll fire something else at pot roast.
What's been going on with you? Anything good?
Just being cold.
Yes.
With the chilblains on my toes.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the first day the sun was out and it was warm in, I don't know, a long time.
It feels
felt like a new person.
Yeah, I did too. It felt really good. Did a lot of walking with the dog yesterday. Yeah. It's been really, really great. I love it.
Put the moonroof out in the car, and I had my music on. And
yeah. Yeah, it's been good.
Somebody cut me off. I'm like, I don't even care because I'm just so happy that it's sunny.
That's big for you.
I know. It only lasted one time. He cut me off again. All right.
Okay. So I did a big girl thing this past week.
Tell me.
I posted on LinkedIn for the first time since I started my new job.
Okay. I don't know that I've ever posted anything on LinkedIn, full disclosure.
So I was religious about it for a long time, and that it started when, right before I lost the job at the other place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right before the company closed, and I had started getting back on because I knew a lot of coworkers were on there, and I was like, I need to kind of start being in that space and seeing what's going on and understanding a little bit more. And it truly became such a blessing and a lifeline when I was looking for a job for over a year because I was out of contemporary work for almost 16 months or so. And so it became a lifeline for me. And with it, I started posting. I would post a couple times a week. Was doing a ton of writing. And so I was posting things on my heart and helping other people and I was doing some coaching even through my posts and all. And it was just, I had a really robust LinkedIn page and a lot of connections made there. I have met some incredible people via LinkedIn. There is a woman in particular, sweet Anna. Anna and I were in the exact same circles, like with our careers, exact same circles, knew the
Oh,
exact same
fun.
people, but never met each other, like had never met.
Okay.
And we met, she lives in Chesapeake, so she was like 20 minutes away. It was so bizarre. And so we started meeting for coffee, and it was just, she was so incredibly helpful with my job search too. But it was, I mean, it was just a great space to be in. And then I got my job
Mhm.
and I posted that I got my job.
Mhm.
And that was the last time I posted on there.
And
And
you've been in your job for a almost a year, right? We're coming up
yeah,
on a year.
about 8 months.
Mhm.
Mhm, mhm. And it was weird because I wouldn't even go on the app, which something that was such a big part of my life for over a year. Like, I wouldn't even go on for 8 months. I had all of these notifications and messages, and I was like, "Ugh, I just can't. I can't do it."
Yeah.
And it's no knock LinkedIn at all, but it's like that space is a hard place to be in when you're looking for a job
Sure.
because it is filled with the congratulations, I just got a new job. I just got this new position. I just got a promotion. I just got a rah, 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 like all of that. And you're wondering, like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Mm,
Why can't I get a job? Like, why can't I find the space that everyone else is finding? And so when I got the job, I really took a step back just to put my head down. And I did that in all areas really with this job. But with LinkedIn, I don't know. I needed to be quiet on there. Yeah, I just needed a beat.
it's interesting that you s stopped wanting to post when you got your job because you would almost think it would be the reverse.
Yeah.
Like, if you were posting, it would be for networking purposes to try and find that job,
Mhm.
but it could also be fatigue. I've been doing a lot of the content for Josh's marketing stuff, and it's a lot.
It is a lot, but I think it was very emotional for me too, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
And, when you get quiet on social media, people are like, "Oh my god, like, what's wrong? Is she dead? Like, where like, where is she? Like, what's happened to her?"
That's true, yeah. You do kind of
Oh,
forget about people that don't show up in your feed.
yeah, but, I just needed to listen to me and
Mhm.
kinda deal with all of my stuff and not hear everybody else's around me. And I find that when I talk to a lot of people, especially those who are very active in the LinkedIn community, they tend to get it too because you go through this season, it is fatigue. I think it's posting fatigue after a while. And I don't know, like my identity changed from someone that was busting their ass, doing it on their own, like doing this business development thing that I'm doing, and I still do, like, but busting my ass with that to someone that actually, like, I'm in a field that I was unfamiliar with and really needed to learn the job. And so I just it didn't feel right exerting any more energy to posting on LinkedIn. It didn't feel right. I didn't want to make anyone feel the way I felt. I think that's the other part of it too.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, so d when you stopped posting, was it like a, "Okay, I'm done," and very intentional? Or was it just something that you noticed, "Hey, I haven't posted about LinkedIn," or, "I haven't felt drawn to it in a while?"
Yeah, it was that. It was more like because I will say to you that I had intentions of posting, and I even had, like, created a few posts, and I just did not have it in me. It was definitely not intentional, but and I kept saying, like, "I'm just gonna go ahead and post. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and post something. Like, I really miss the community. I'm just gonna go ahead." And I just couldn't do it. It didn't feel right, you know?
Mhm.
It didn't feel like it just didn't feel like the space for me for a while.
You also made a pretty hard career shift, like, as far as
Mhm,
what you were doing, and you were
mhm.
in the direct selling space and coaching and all that for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you think you when did you start using LinkedIn? Did you start using it for networking at the beginning of that? Because obviously networking is
Mhm.
important for all of us, really, but especially in sales and things like that, the connections I think are even more important. So do you remember why you started posting regularly to begin with? Did you just always do it?
I started posting regularly. No, I started doing it when I was when the company closed.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, "You know what? Like, I need that community. I need to get to know people a little bit more." Especially, like, working from home, and I've worked from home for 14 years now. So working from home, like, you don't really get the network that you would going into an office and being at a lot of social events and things like that. And so I wanted to make sure that I had that in place. So yeah, like my posting definitely started more when I lost my job.
Okay.
And then it just kind of grew from there. The community grew and everything else. And I mean, I went from I have taught this class, girl. I went from 70 maybe connections to over 1,000 connections in probably 90 days, 120 days. Like, I was intentional
And what
and
were you like, what was some of the stuff you were posting?
work, the stuff that I knew, the coaching stuff that I knew, feelings about not working, just very honest, raw things. I never posted anything that I knew nothing about or that I didn't feel. So it was very open. I was very open, honest.
Okay.
And that's the other part about LinkedIn is that
Hmm.
or anywhere on social media truly, is like you go and you're like building this thing and you're doing all this thing and it looks really good but it's just a highlight reel. It's a highlight reel. It's a highlight reel. And so you're not
Probably an edited highlight reel, like, if you looked at the original actual picture, like, you got some pimples and your face is scrunched, but then AI fixed it and
yeah.
you look like a model, but you
Yeah. And so like, it's you want to market yourself there, sure. But what I found myself doing on LinkedIn was not caring so much about the marketing, but more about being just honest
Mhm.
about like where I was, what I knew, and what I like, how I could help or didn't help, honestly, at times. Like, like all of those things were just, I was just honest and real. But what I found is a lot of people, and you and I were talking about this just a second ago, a little bit like, I know you. That is not true what
Mm,
you're posting. Like, that is not your career. As a matter of fact, I had found like people had posted, like, they have their, like, in their profiles, like their job
oh
type.
my god.
And
Yeah.
like, it's like,
He's a
that is
projector of intelligence, like, you are an executive assistant.
and which is great, and yes, probably you do those things, but
Yes.
it doesn't leave space for it doesn't always leave space for honest dialogue and questions, because I would see some things because this is just me, and I'm scrolling LinkedIn and I see that, you do this, this, and this, and that's something that I'm really interested in. So me, I'm going to reach out to you and ask you about that. And if your reply is like, well, because it doesn't always happen, and I'm like, oh, you actually don't do the job that you posted. That happens to me more often than not, like finding that. And so I don't know. There's just this illusion on LinkedIn, like when you see it and it's like everyone that's successful is on LinkedIn. You're successful, you're on LinkedIn. You're successful, you're on LinkedIn. And that isn't always the case.
No, especially when you see coworkers on there and they look very impressive. You're like, "I don't even think that you" we'll just say they're not impressive in real life.
I mean, like, if you're on LinkedIn, like, apparently you are, like, you're being promoted, you're speaking on stages and,
Yes.
and
Those might be your dogs listening to you rant in the kitchen, but no one knows that.
yeah, no, you're speaking on stages and you, like, you CrossFit 55 times a week and you're amazing and you've run 18 triathlons and, like, it's like, what? That is not true. So that kind of stage presence and seeing it is exhausting. I had a lot of fatigue from it when looking back on it. And so, like, my moment, like, this time that I took to step back was more of a recalibration,
Mhm.
and, well, that it I wanted to learn my job and learn it well,
Sure.
and I didn't want the noise. I didn't I didn't need to tell people that I had a good day or a bad day. I didn't wanna tell people, like, I wanted to protect where I was in my career fiercely, like a baby, because that's how it feels to me. It's like a baby. I'm protecting it like a baby and really honor and nurture that space.
Mhm.
And I didn't feel that I could do that properly being on LinkedIn. But you find that, right? Like people step back to take care of themselves and it's just
Where'd they go?
yeah.
I and so interestingly, I've never I mean, I have a profile on there and I keep my current job up to date, but I I would like to think that I've never really been active on LinkedIn because I find it all extremely performative and fake, and I dislike
Yeah.
all of that. But I use other social media platforms, and that's also
Mhm.
performative and fake.
Mhm.
Um, I think perhaps the professional side of things, though, so, I mean, obviously, I know what's going on in my close circle of friends, so if you
Mhm.
post something on social, I probably already know about it, and I love
Mhm.
it. It's great.
Yeah.
Everybody else that's on there is maybe more of a secondary connection, and I don't necessarily know what is or isn't going on, whereas with LinkedIn, a lot of these people, like, have worked with or interacted with, so I know it's fake.
Yeah.
I understand it's a networking tool, but I guess I don't as much as I've spent a lot of my life in corporate, I also just really don't like corporate. I like my tribe of people that I find to work with,
Mhm.
but I don't
Mhm.
like that. And not that that's the only way to use LinkedIn, but I think I've just maybe always associated it with
Yeah.
having to look at my like, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought about it that much. I've It's interesting.
So for also LinkedIn was a space that was the constant reminder that I didn't have a job.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that probably played the biggest role in it when I'm thinking about it because that was, the most difficult professional time in my life.
Yeah.
And it was a constant reminder that I am not winning at all. Like I am not winning. And maybe I guess it's not fair to say because I did really good work when I wasn't in a corporate setting and was running my own thing. I did really good work and I do really good work.
Yeah.
But it felt a lot like clearly I'm not winning and everyone else around me is winning.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting in that hard place because I had to sit in that hard place. It felt like because I was looking for jobs and that's where I was looking and going to the job board every day, several times a day, looking and sending out thousands of applications. Like I did so many applications, I can't even begin to tell you how many I did. I'm not kidding. Like I did, oh my gosh.
You had some interesting interviews too, as I recall.
Oh my God. Yes. It was just a really, really tough period. And it definitely LinkedIn was the reminder of that. And I think my heart needed some space from that too. It's just yeah, employment f being in without employment for me, for someone that is very much identifies by their professional career, like I always have, it's been a thing for me.
Yeah.
By someone that finds that identity important, it it was devastating. Because and it was always a lot of like, no kidding, everybody is getting jobs and promoted but me? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, the confidence was shot to shit, Like, what's wrong with me? I know my resume is good because I've paid several people. Right? And I've done it myself. Like, I've done all the resume research now. Like, I've done all the goddamn resume classes on LinkedIn. Like, I have done all the things. Like, I know that I interview well. Like, what is wrong with me? And it was a big something is wrong with me chapter in my life.
You also waited to so you had, if I recall, some job offers before you ended up with the one that you took because you didn't just take anything.
Mm-mm.
And as you're talking about people posting, "I got a promotion, I got a new job," they did, and at least on social media platforms, they're excited about it,
Mhm.
but they could quite possibly hate their life every single day because they just took a crappy job just to take a crappy job.
Yeah.
So that yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of jobs that I was offered that just felt so off in my spirit,
Mhm.
and I could not in good faith be a part of something that I didn't believe in. Like, I couldn't do it, and which again was really hard because it's like, "Shit, I have this opportunity to take this job, and I cannot do it because it's not who I am, and if it were my daughters, I would say to them, 'Do you feel good about it?' If the answer is no, then don't do it." And I just did not feel good about those jobs. And again, even, like, seeing those people post, like, "We've hired the position
Ah,
that I was going," you know what I mean? It's like, shoot, like, should I have taken that? You know what I mean? Like, it
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so LinkedIn, or I could see where any job board even, but LinkedIn for me became a place of, like, a living, breathing exhibit of where I'm not winning.
Mhm. In an area that you've prided yourself on dominating up until that.
Yeah, yeah, and so I got really quiet, and now when I think about it, I think I got really quiet because I had to heal from that.
Sure.
And I'm still healing from that. And so, like, going back into LinkedIn now will not be the same for me. One, it'll be gradual and slow. It won't be 3 to 5 posts a week. Definitely won't be anything like that. But it also is going to be really honest for the people that were like me.
I was gonna say, so I know why you were using it before, networking, looking for jobs,
Mhm.
trying to get those connections.
Mhm.
As you're thinking about coming back, number 1, why do you want to come back? And number 2, based on where you're going, I assume that we're not going to be posting we're not posting with the same intended outcome or targeted towards the same outcome as before.
I decided to come back because it felt right, like, I was finally in a place because with work, my work, some of it involves some marketing, and even that was stagnant for me because of LinkedIn, like, I had to
Mm.
get on LinkedIn, and so, like, some of that just didn't happen for a while because I wasn't ready to be there. So, 1, I'm going back because work not requires it, but needs it. It will help. And also, I have missed the community because while it was a really difficult time, there were people that rallied around me. I can't even imagine getting through that time without them. And so, 1, I miss them, as I don't get to connect with them any other way, really. But also, I wanna be that for somebody else.
Mhm.
Like, I have an opportunity to just be that for somebody else because it's devastating. It's dark, so many sleepless nights,
Sure.
so many stress-filled weeks, months, not really sure, like, how you're gonna figure your thing out and just like, "Oh my god, I figured something else out." Like, here comes something else. Like, it's really, really hard. It's daunting, and it seems like you're the only person there.
Yeah. I mean, you're all over the Maslow's hierarchy of needs there, right? Because you have your emotional needs of this is my identity. I've always been good here. The
Yep,
what's wrong with me that everyone else is getting it and I'm not, so I'm the problem. But then there's also the basic how am I going to pay my bills and put food on the table, which are
yep,
very elementary. So you have
yep.
kind of the full gamut coming at you all at one time.
Yeah.
and you're supposed to be on your A game for all those interviews, so you look charming and approachable, but not too approachable, but aggressive, but not too aggressive, but
Yeah. Also drink enough water, work out, and sleep.
water water is always the one that every single time, man. So I took a drink out of his mason jar water this morning, and he looked at me and he went, "Well, no wonder you're always dehydrated. That's how big of a sip you take. You barely took any water out of there." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have big menses." Like, what we even I don't even know what that means. I don't take big enough sips?
Weirdo.
So weird.
But yeah, like
Mm,
I want to be able to help the person who feels like they're behind
yep,
because that's how I felt. And I really did know. And I said to you, like, I know the right place is there.
you did.
It just is not ready for me yet. And it wasn't. Like, that's how I was like, the perfect job is just not ready for me yet.
Mm,
And the waiting is just really hard. And so like I don't know, for any of our listeners really that are in this place, like you are not behind. Like it feels like it looks like it, but you're not behind. It's just you are exactly where you're supposed to be, as hard as that is. And you are going to get exactly where you should be. I promise. And it's not linear. That's the other part of it too. Like, it's not like, "Oh, this happens, then this happens, and this happens," because sometimes you go back and forth a little bit with that too. And again, case in point, like, I was in it, I found a job, I got this great interview, I was just about to take it, and I realized, "You know what? No, I can't." And so I started all over again. And so, like, and that feels debilitating when you're in it, but knowing that it's the right thing to do, that's a whole 'nother thing too, but it is for me, I loved there were very few people that were in that place with me that I knew of, and those people were lifelines to me, complete and utter lifelines, and so
mhm.
I wanna go back and be that for someone else. I wanna go back to LinkedIn just so that people understand, it's important to be human.
Yeah, I do feel like we've been tilting slightly more even though much of society is going to hell in a handbasket. There is an underlying current of authenticity that people are craving. I think perhaps, as it always does, right, the pendulum swings one way or the other, and we've gone
Mhm,
so far to the side of mm, curated images and
mhm,
everything is this and that, and everything I hear you say, I haven't thought about it that way from LinkedIn perspective, but LinkedIn is the professional version of, "I can't have a baby and everyone on Facebook is pregnant right now," or, "I
mhm.
just got a divorce," or, "I just broke up," or, I'm single and I don't wanna be and everybody is getting married," or plug in
Yes,
whatever significant thing, and when you're constantly and it's new, right? Because we haven't had these platforms for forever. They've really only
mhm,
been around maybe for the last 20 years-ish.
mhm.
Yeah, maybe even less than that. So, constantly having that thrown in your face and because somebody else has it doesn't mean obviously, we can say this logically, that there's less for you to have, right? Like, if I wanted to have a kid and I couldn't and somebody else did, that doesn't it's just but it stings. It stings when and
Hurt.
can't help but look in and, like, how is everybody and then I feel like your feed, your algorithm probably gets tweaked to just put all of that in there, which you don't need to see. But then I also hear what you're saying. I think there's probably people that will relate to that, and maybe they have a job, but they hate their job, and they don't wanna be in it, and it feels like everybody else, whether they think they should get a promotion and they're not, or they just detest their job and they're on LinkedIn and they see everybody, as you say, getting a promotion, posting about how much they love where they work. "I love my coworkers. This is the best company ever. La, la, la."
Yeah.
And I don't know how you are I don't know if the word is subjected to that content 24/7 without it starting to impact your foundation and make you ask, like, "What's wrong? Like, why am I the only one?" And you're not the only one by far, but it looks like that, and when your algorithm is curated to make it look like that, it's
Yes.
worse.
Yeah, it's and the other hmm, the other part about that is, well, comparison being the thief of joy and all of that. Yes, yes, sure, sure. Is that you have no idea what people are really going through.
God,
You
no.
know, you have no idea, like, you might see me post now about, like, yep, I got a job, and yep, I'm doing a podcast, and yep, this is great. But you didn't see the 16 months of uncertainty, of strife, of angst. You didn't see, the nights of not sleeping. You didn't see me sitting on my couch with my best friends drinking prosecco because Jesus Christ, I just needed some time with my girlfriends because I'm not quite sure what the hell I'm doing anymore. Like, you don't see all of that stuff. And so, like, people show you what they want you to see,
100%.
and just remember that, like, remember that part, because, like, we don't get to see every part of you either, like, you don't. I don't know. I also went undercover because I was working my ass off too. Like, that was, the last piece of the why am I so quiet on LinkedIn. I
Yeah.
was really working, and I wasn't working for applause. I wasn't working because I couldn't wait to highlight this on my LinkedIn page. It wasn't about that. It was because I wanted to give my work the attention and time that it deserves.
Mhm.
And I didn't need any applause or anything like that. Like, I just needed to do the work and feel good about the work that I do. So all of those things really can attribute to a lot of the things you see and you don't see
Yeah.
on social media. And at some point, I really hope that people start to understand that you are not alone. Your situation is you are not in a silo. You're not.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not just sitting here just like, "Man, like, I'm the only one." It's not. You're the only one that you're seeing. It's like the yellow what is it? The yellow bug, the Volkswagen bug, the punch bug, no punch back.
Oh,
Like, if
uh-huh.
you ever see
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like, if that's all you're looking for, then that's all you're
yeah.
going to see.
100%. That's it right there.
Yeah,
That's it right there. I
yeah.
mean, there's probably people there was somebody that was a pretty high level up executive at my company several years ago, and she pursued other opportunities, like, they asked her to leave. And then on LinkedIn, she was just posting I think she must have took a bit of a sabbatical, and she just went hiking and did all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now she posted about it, and I recall, now that we're talking about this, there was some people talking about work, like, well, looks like she just gave up, like, she just quit. She
Yeah.
just got, one too many hard knocks, now she's not getting back up again. But I don't think people talk about the pros of their success, right? Because getting a promotion or being in a job that you think is important, it feels good on the one hand, but sometimes it also burns you out and it sucks out your soul. And what have
Yes.
you sacrificed? And what lack of work-life balance do these people have that? Because 'cause I'm sorry, I work many, many hours a week, much over 40. So then if I was also taking additional hours a week to post my accolades on LinkedIn just so everybody else could see them,
Girl,
like, when do I have time to do anything else? And I'm not there's nothing
drink
wrong with that
water
if you're
and get
passionate
enough
about it.
sleep and work out.
Yeah, and just drink the dang water.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's true, and I have gotten so on social media, I will say on my social media, I used to be my social media is mostly for work, for business things,
Mhm,
all platforms, and I do post about, like, what's going on with me and the girls, like, here and there because we have family that
mhm. Yeah,
parents they get
yeah.
and I have gotten more times than I care to count, someone saying something along the lines of, "Oh my god, you're living your best life." Like, really? Like, you have no idea what my life is. Like, you've just decided because I had pool day with my girlfriends? Like, you didn't see me sobbing all the way over there, like, in my car? Like, you didn't see you know what I mean? You didn't see the conversations that we're having sitting in the goddamn pool. Thank God we all have our sunglasses on because our eyes are red because we're crying. Like, you don't what? You don't know what my life is, and it would piss me off. That
Sure.
really pisses me off because you don't know what people are going through. Oh, she's just living her best life. She's out hiking. This woman you're talking about,
Yeah.
hiking and blah, 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 blah. they fired her. Who knows why they fired her? Maybe they fired her because of this or that. Like, maybe she's just trying to not have a goddamn nervous breakdown.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe there's some men didn't like her. I think it had something to do with that.
yeah, hello. So, like, again, like, I wasn't gonna say that because it's your company and I was just trying to keep it. But
Yeah.
exactly. But you like, things happen. You don't know. And I hate that people make these decisions for other people's lives without truly understanding. And honestly, you can ask. I mean, not that everybody's gonna tell you, but you can ask, but don't just assume that you're seeing something and you think it's because they're living their you're living your best. I cannot stand when someone, oh my God, someone said that to me. You're living your best life. You don't know my life.
No, and even if you were living your best life, what does that have to do with them?
True story.
It's not keeping them from living their best life.
Mm-mm. It's
It
not.
it's just a narrative I think people use, and I've certainly been guilty of it before, and I catch myself doing it oftentimes now, so I'm not excluding myself from this group, but I think it's very easy to look at other people and, again, the curated experience that they wanna show you and start to feel a bit victim-y, like, "Oh, well, they
Mhm.
must have it easy," or, "Well, I bet their parents had money and they gave them money to start, that's why they're ahead of me, and they have
Mhm.
more rental properties," or, "I bet their parents knew so and so, and that's how they got this job, and that's why they're ahead of me at work." And maybe those things are true, but who cares? It has nothing to do with me, it's not gonna change anything
No.
for me. But that's one I guess I haven't it's not LinkedIn specifically, but I've always had and we've talked about this a bit, but it's if I feel like people are ahead of me and I feel like I should be there, it's
Mhm.
a similar feel like, "Well, I'm not good enough, I should be doing more." I
Mhm.
feel like I've done all the right things that they've done, well, how come they're 12 steps ahead of me? And so I have to try and come up with a narrative in my head for reasons why outside of their control, or I guess things outside of my control that they're ahead. And maybe they just are, and I don't know what that has to do with me. If I can't use it to inspire and motivate me, then I just shouldn't think about it.
Right.
But it's hard when it's in your face all the time.
Yes, it is hard when it's in your face all the time.
Yeah.
So, I just wanna say to you all out there, to those of you out there that are feeling behind in any way,
Mm.
like, you are where you should be learning the things that you need to learn for that next chapter. And it is okay to feel not great about it, but it is not okay not to trust yourself. So, just know that it's going to get better. It really does.
In the terrible yoga class that I was subjected to
Uh-oh.
yesterday with
Wow.
Shalimar, the
Mhm.
the teachers will say little things at the
Mhm.
little mantras or whatever, and usually I just roll my eyes inside of my closed lids. But she said I'm going to butcher it a bit, but that it was from some book that said she was reading, and it was something to the effect of, "You'll never be presented with a problem that doesn't have an opportunity for you to grow and be better sort of packaged within it."
Mm. Mhm.
And I just started thinking through all the things in my life that have been very challenging, and those have been the things, if you can fight through them, that have I don't know, it sounds corny, but, like, given me the most fruit on the other side. Like,
Yeah.
all of the hardest experiences in my life have also done the most to make me the person I am today in a positive way and have
Mhm.
stretched me and made me better. So I loved that way of thinking about things. Like, if you're in the
Good.
middle of a problem, like you're saying, if you feel like you're behind, if you feel like whatever, there's an opportunity on the other side of this to learn something and for you to come out just so much better
Yeah.
than you went into it with.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. I'm very thankful for my LinkedIn community and for all that LinkedIn gave me. I really am. I can interview like you wouldn't believe. I can fill out application in point 0.5 seconds flat. I can I can adjust a resume to a job description like you would not know. Like, I got all of those skills and some, and really found an incredible community there. But I just needed a minute to breathe and not feel all those things that I felt previously being a part of that. My life changed, and so I needed a minute to grow into that change, you know?
and now everyone's gonna get lucky enough to see some of that content that you post now that I'm sure is gonna resonate with so many people because I don't see much authentic content on there. It's just about, "Look at me." It's not about, "Hey, if you're struggling, like, you're not by yourself," right?
Yeah.
That's not the flavor. So you're just going to go completely start a revolution over on LinkedIn. I'm here for
That's my plan. That is my
it.
plan.
I will hype girl you all the way.
Thank you. I love you for that. All right.
Cool.
Odd Squad, how are you doing out there? How are you feeling with LinkedIn and all of the other things and that comparison culture and feeling behind? We want to know.
Yep. Whether you're in it or you got on the other side of it.
Yeah. Tell us.
Yep. It's helpful. We care, and someone else might benefit from hearing your story as well.
We appreciate you.
We will.
Done playing it small.
Yeah, we will. All right. Later, taters.
It would be audacious of you to do a few quick things for you and for us. First, hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Then, share this with someone who needs a little more audacity in their life. And if you're feeling generous, leave us a review and a 5-star rating. It helps way more than you think. Want more? Head to theaudacityeffect.com for episodes, our favorite things, and merch. And don't be a stranger, come hang out on IG at @the_audacity_effect.